I'm 51 years old and I'm in sales. I work full time. I've been married 19 years this year and I have one son who's 14. Didn't know that anything was wrong. We didn't have a family history of heart disease. No one in my family had heart attacks or anything that I was aware of. August 1st, it's a day that I'll always remember, and I woke up in the middle of the night. As I've always done, just kind of thought, well, I don't feel great, but I've got to go to work. I've got to get my son to football practice. I have, stuff to do. So I go to the doctor's office. I explain my symptoms, and he said, "It sounds like you've had a heart attack." And I thought, oh, great. I get this crazy doctor who's, no wonder I never went to the doctor. This is what they do, So I humor him, and he takes my blood pressure, and he said, "Your blood pressure is very high, and I think we should do an EKG." He takes me down the hall. Dr. Szilagyi comes back in and says, "Just what I thought." He said, "You've had a heart attack. Your EKG results indicate that you've had a heart attack." He said, "Take this on your own and go to the emergency room," which was right across the street from his office. And he said, "I'm going to give you these results. I'm going to call over there. Will you go?" And I said, "Oh yeah, but sure, I've got to get back to work. I've got to go get my son, and he's at home alone, and my husband doesn't know where I am, but I'll come back this weekend sometime." So he leaves his office and he comes back and he said, "I don't believe you're going to go to the emergency room, and I've called 911. I told Dr. Szilagyi, they're wheeling me away on the bed, and I'm like pointing my finger at him. I'm like, "I'm never coming to see you again. This is ridiculous." And Dr. Allen, who is my cardiologist, was there in the emergency room, and he said, "You may not think something's wrong with you, but we have to go through the process and rule everything out."
A lot of people will slowly feel changes in their symptoms, but then accommodate to those changes over the course of time. And so just like in Susan's case, people tend to forget that they've had these slow changes, and then eventually we have a major event and unfortunately end up needing stents or bypass surgery.
They came back and said, "Your blood results indicate that something's seriously wrong with your heart, and we need to do a heart catheter." I hear Dr. Allen say something's not right. He said, "You have 200% blocked arteries." And he said, "You're going to need open heart surgery." This was on a Friday. Monday morning, I had a 6-hour surgery that was successful. The Cardiac Rehab program at North Kansas City Hospital is fantastic. And they were very helpful in teaching me how to work out and eat healthy at this stage of my life. To live in North Kansas City and have North Kansas City Hospital near my home was great. I feel very blessed to have such great care. I had to go back to Dr. Szilagyi and apologize and ask for his forgiveness because I felt horrible. And he's such a kind, humble guy, but he accepted my apology. He's now my primary physician. He basically saved my life.